That's going to be my strategy this today, too, is just probably ban Patron Warrior every time. It's just so scary.
Yeah, definitely. The burst damage and then, just how amazing Warrior is in the early game with just dealing with stuff.
Right, it has just normal great matchups, and then it can win every matchup just because
it has that burst damage, and then, other cards that complement it so well.
So is this the match right here?
All right, so we started off here with Druid on a new shooter, and Hercules mode has got his Warlock.
Right, so this is definitely favored for the Warlock player. Either deck he's running, the Zoo or Handlock is going to be a good matchup for Warlock versus Druid.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
Really early start here. Honestly, I might have innovated out the Shredder. I mean, I see why you wouldn't because it kind of messes up your curve, but against like Handlock, you're going to want that damage in early before you can set up taunts.
Yeah. As soon as we can see Hercules mode's cards.
I mean, I'd be willing to bet at this point it is Handlock because he tapped on turn 2, whereas Zoo probably has like a lot of cards to play on turn 2.
So it looks like you're not friends with Hercules mode.
Oh.
So just click that, go to add, press enter.
So yeah, it's definitely Handlock. This might have been better.
Yeah.
He gets a 4. He sets his 4 and 5.
It's not bad.
And he's holding BGH, so if he does drop a Mountain Giant, the BGH should be pretty relevant.
All right, cool. Looks like the friend request did go through.
Card should be coming up soon.
I'm just going to borrow that.
Yeah, so once we get both decks, we don't have to guess what he's playing. So
yeah.
Coin Twilight Drake is probably coming out. Oh, Void Caller, okay.
Cool. All right, so let's see here. Just want to hop on that spectator mode for. All right, and spectate new shooter as well.
Okay. So now we get to see what it is. I'm thinking like a demon hand block probably.
Oh, it's not letting us spectate both. Am I not doing it right?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, yeah, but I click it and it just
doesn't show the second person's cards.
Just let him know it's not working. It's the bugs.
Oh, okay. So we just have a bug here. So we can switch between the two, but we can't see them simultaneously.
For sure. Really
That's fine.
Curious about the explosive sheep in the Warlock deck here.
Yeah. Let's take a look at these deck lists here for Warlock.
That's really unfortunate.
So it looks pretty standard Zoo. He does play 2 explosive sheeps, which is a little different, and 2 Hellfires as well.
And Demon Wrath. It's interesting.
And 2 Hellfires and a Demon Wrath. He's really worried about that board clear. Teching in a Sludge Belcher and Sylvanas. So a little different from your average Zoo.
It actually seems like it'd have a better matchup versus the Patron deck than the normal
Probably.
Zoo would.
Looks like he's got Death Rattle as the title for his name. So that's actually really smart. The explosive sheep, you could throw that out there and not have to worry about whirlwinds because all of your patrons would be dead.
And does activate your egg. So
That's
it's not a
interesting.
It's definitely a new list. Not standard, but I can see it.
Not standard, but definitely good. Is this a patron warrior? It doesn't look like he runs a patron warrior either.
Dragon warrior. It's definitely odd list.
And then we've got who is his opponent? We got New Shooter as his opponent. So let's see if New Shooter even runs the.
Okay.
There we go. Looks like it is
Control
a Control Warrior. Yeah. So neither of these opponents actually brought the Patron Warrior. Very interesting.
Which now kind of, if one of them had known that, they probably wouldn't have banned Warrior because they have Druid and Zoo against Control Warrior, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. New Shaders decks are a lot more standard than Hercules here.
Okay, so I'm going to just switch sides here. We saw an Explosive Sheep, Sylvanas, 2 Explosive Sheeps actually in Hercules mode's hand. Hercules mode seems like the kind of guy who would really want to try to break the meta or use something really different in tournament. It's an interesting list.
Right, and that could really pay off because a lot of times you try to play around, you try to get hard reads on the cards that they play. You expect play around Brawl or specifically don't play around a second Brawl, just anything like that. So having a different list can actually be pretty beneficial.
especially in tournament. I feel that the tournament play is not it has not evolved as much as I foresee it eventually going in the future.
No, not at all. Especially since like there's only what 2 packs and 2 little expansions, so the card pool is still kind of low. So it's definitely going to evolve more in the future.
It's like 2 promos and 1 expansion so far.
Right.
So it's not even really that many cards. And in your standard card game, you've usually got about 6 rotations of expansions.
Right.
And then maybe like the promos, I will say, are a little bit heavier in Hearthstone. They do give a little bit more cards than a promo series would in any other card game.
But also, like, I think it's every 6 months they release a new set, where in games like the game that I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Releases pretty much a new
Every 2
100 card
months.
pack. Yeah, so like the meta is going to change every 2 months.
Yeah. And then, Hearthstone is definitely an interesting game, and it'll also be really interesting in maybe a year or 2 to see if they're going to phase out sets.
Right. I don't know if I'm going to do with that. I'm really interested. Like, I was talking with my friends about how, like, if I look back at the game in a year, is like the Savage or Force Ninja combo, am I going to think like, wow, that was really, really bad? Why was that good? Or like, is that going to be like, oh, that was way too broken? That had to go.
I mean, they could nerf it, and then that would pretty much just resolve it for us.
Right.
Kind of like how Leroy Jenkins has been nerfed up to 5 mana, and you know how good Miracle Rogue was, and how they just completely gut it.
Right. I've heard about it. I didn't play through any of the
Oh, you didn't
decks.
play back then?
No, I didn't play any Miracle Rogue. No Undertaker.
It was basically draw your deck and just always have that lethal.
Yeah, the Shadow Step.
Just
play.
be 1 turn away from lethal, basically.
And now we kind of have that within the Patron Warrior. I think that's what I'd compare it to.
Yeah. It was also really good in Warlock. Just giving
yeah.
them the burst damage of the Leroy Jenkins and the power overwhelming with Soulfire being a free card as well.
Was Soulfire free at one time? I know that card
Soulfire was free, and it did the same.
Exact same
It
thing.
did the exact same thing. But they needed to make it. They needed to change it with Dark Bomb.
Yeah.
That's the same patch, basically.
And even like imagine that now with the Malagos Warlock, if Soulfire was free, that could just be ridiculous.
Yeah, people played Malagos Warlock back then, but there was no discount Emperor.
Right, and it was cut Emperor, and there wasn't like the dragons to really get the full value off like Blackwing Technician and stuff.
Yeah, gonna switch back over to Hercules modes perspective here. So let's talk about this game.
Right.
We're on turn 8 here.
Pretty back and forth. Like traditionally, this is an advantage for Zoo.
Yeah, but because this is tech-heavy Zoo deck, I think it's going to be a little bit slower.
I do, but like the Explosive Sheep actually has a lot of value right here because he's been able to hit the Shade, whereas normal Zoo really can do anything about him holding a Shade to boost up his combo. So that could be pretty relevant.
Definitely.
He's got Sylvanas on Boom, which is nice, but Boom now will die, so Sylvanas isn't relevant. But he can't play a card right here that's too big or risk getting it taken by Sylvanas.
Interesting thing with the Explosive Sheep is that just because of its Death Rattle doing 2 damage to everything, you could also Shadow Flame it. You could Shadow Flame it with a Defender of Argus and do 4 damage to everything.
Right. I don't think he played Shadow Flame, though, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
When I saw the list, yeah. I don't think he played it. That would be...
I thought I saw one. I'm pretty sure I saw one.
Was there one?
On the deck list, yeah. He definitely plays 1. I don't know if he plays 2, like a traditional handlock deck.
Right.
But I don't know. This is definitely interesting. He's got his Sylvanas in play here. He just cracked open his egg. So now he's got his Demon Wrath, which he can use to kill Sylvanas off after doing 5 damage to hopefully pick up that Dr. Boom after killing the...
Demon Wrath does, what, 5 damage to everything?
It does 2 damage to everything, actually.
So he can pick up the Boom. He want to hit the Zombie Chow and Demon Wrath if he wants the Boom that bad, and that's probably...
I mean, it's a decent play. He could get 5 damage in, heal back up the full, and then have a free 7-2.
If he did that, I would probably hit the Chow, and then do the Demon Wrath, take the Boom, and then, excuse me, to make sure Boom doesn't die, you could actually taunt up your 4-drop, and then you have a 7, be a 7-2, but that can't be touched by anything at the moment. So that's not a horrible play.
He could definitely taunt up his
egg after doing the whole play. Like he'd hit the Chow, and then Demon Wrath, taking the Boom.
He could also just power overwhelming the Sylvanas, not even have to really worry about that stuff.
Yeah, hit the...
he's going to attack face anyway with it, so he could do 9 damage.
So hit the Chow, PO the Sylvanas,
start getting some
face.
damage.
That might be the best
Then he
play.
doesn't have to worry about taking any damage for his Spider.
Right.
And then he can taunt up his boom.
Well, he'll take the 2 off the Chow. I wouldn't give up the damage to face. Like, PO the Sylvanas, hit for 9 and take his, like...
Yeah. Oh, he didn't do that one. All right. So he is going to go with the Demon Wrath play. That kills both of his guys. I don't feel like that was the best play.
No, probably not. The PO play was really strong.
Yeah.
I would guess he just didn't see the PO off the Sylvanas. So
The PO play was really good. He would have done 4 more damage. He'd have a 7-4 and a 4-2 on the board right now.
And like looking at I don't see his.
And then he just BGH'd it anyway. So that was actually really good for New Shooter.
This is going to be a big Hellfire. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh no.
I was just talking about how good.
So New Shooter probably read that Hercules mode doesn't have Hellfire, and actually he runs 2 in this deck, which is really different. It kind of goes against the whole zoo principle, but you know Hercules mode breaks the meta.
Definitely a newer zoo, yeah.
Yeah.
And he runs a lot of big cards like Sylvanas and stuff that actually would work, and I guess his deck name was Death Rattle, so Hellfire works.
Yeah.
You obviously just dropped the Hellfire here.
Yeah, that's like easiest play. Well, the thing is, the Explosive Sheep with PO also does something.
Right, but that's 2 cards.
You wouldn't really want to do that unless you're really just trying to hang on to that Hellfire and try to psych your opponent out into thinking like, hey, yeah, I don't have any more board clear. but he's kind of already doing that.
I would not breed an Explosive Sheep in this deck at all.
Yeah, this is fantastic, actually.
That is the biggest Hellfire that could have gone down is on the Double Shade, and then the BGH, like, on his own boom. So actually, if, I don't remember if Hercules mode actually plays his boom, now he can play boom or Mal'Ganis without having to worry about BGH. This is a really big deal, and drawing the Void Caller right there was just amazing.
Yeah, he might just play the Void Caller.
Let's see, you could Void Caller.
And then just life tap.
You don't want to life tap right now on the chance you could draw another demon that wouldn't be as good as Mal'Ganis or Doomguard.
That's true, but he's going to draw next turn anyway.
Right.
But, I mean, that gives you 2 more shots. Well, I don't know. He knows his list a little bit better.
Yeah,
than
he
us.
might not
have any more demons.
It might be just Doomguard.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't have any more demons in his deck. I didn't see a Jiraxis on his deck list.
You know what I would kind of like there, honestly? Instead of tapping, he could have dropped Explosive Sheep and taunted them both up. And then no matter what, that play is going to out the war. Because either way, he has to swing into one or the other, and then one that has a Sheep with taunt on it, which is always nice. If he draws Mortal Coil now, he's doing great. He's used 1 already, and he's got... Can you scroll and see how many cards he has left in his deck on the Zoo player's side?
Yeah.
12 cards left, so yeah, I'm assuming he plays the double Mortal Coil. If he draws it here, that's huge.
Just gonna see if I can bring the deck list up on my phone. It'd really be easier for us. But man, this is
been really good.
I don't know what New Shooter has in his hand right now.
There was a Shadow Flame.
Yeah, that's so crazy, man. Just Shadow Flame, Explosive Sheep. So he could obviously just, swing for 7 here. He could Shadow Flame his Doomguard.
He has to clear the board because of combo.
Oh, dude, you know what he could do?
Explosive Sheep, Shadow Flame.
He could
I'm sorry?
Oh, never mind. He doesn't have enough mana for that. I was going to say he could Sludge Belcher and then Shadow Flame the Sludge Belcher with an Explosive Sheep out. Because you don't actually have to do that. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
You could do this and then
There's
Shadow
all kinds
Flame
of crazy stuff you
can
can do.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Hit for 11 and then Shadow Flame your 6/7.
Yeah, you don't really need that defender.
That's great. And then Shadow Flame that, clear the board. Yeah, that was the best play by far.
Yeah.
This game's over. Now we can't combo.
Yeah, New Shooter is in trouble for sure. Even if he did hit 3 combo pieces with that.
The Belcher just kind of seals it.
Yeah.
What could he have here to not die?
I mean,
honestly,
even Double Force of Nature and Savage Roar wouldn't get you there.
I can't think of any card like Swipe, Force Nature, Savage Roar would Innervate would clear everything. And then how are you going to out the Mal'Ganis next turn? Yeah, it's pretty much over at this point. I was kind of sad we didn't get to see an Explosive Sheep come out.
with an Innervate, double Savage Roar, if he hit both of them with the Discount Emperor.
Right.
and the double Force of Nature.
I mean, that might clear the board.
That
But like, what's he gonna do to
Yeah.
Mal'Ganis? He's already used his BGH.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
he could do that. And
that'd
then
be
taunt up.
7 minion or 7 things attacking for 4.
But 2 of them's already eliminated with the Belcher.
42 damage. Yeah, he would actually get there, but there's no way he has that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like roar? Oh yeah.
like crazy.
Like combo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's definitely keeping him alive for
Right.
now. He actually, if we want to switch over to new shooter's perspective, we know what Hercules mode has.
Right.
We'll just switch over there real quick here. So Hercules mode did play that Mal'Ganis.
Mal'Ganis is gonna put the Doom Guard over.
It's gonna
over
make
Keeper.
him. Yeah, makes him a 7.
Oh no. He didn't clear the Keeper.
Oh, he did have.
Didn't clear the
he had
Keeper.
almost all of the combo cards that we
game?
said.
Oh no, Mal'Ganis.
Yeah, that would be game.
Let's see.
He would be good.
5, 8, 9, 10. If he had Innervate, that would still be game.
Yeah, that's just so much damage. He's got. He does have the double Savage Roar with 4 minions. He could clear with his Force of Nature double Savage Roar.
He would need the Innervate to go for game here.
He's got 9. It's only 9 mana to use all those cards. So it'd be the 2/2s would become 4 2s and then 6 2s, right?
Right.
So he would attack probably
He would need
with
to
a
put,
Keeper.
The Keeper would go to what? It'd be 4, 6.
So it would
Yeah,
be
he would need the actually the Innervate would make Swipe Live, 9 mana, and he'd have
Yeah.
one more Innervate for the swipe, so the Keeper would go into the Mal'Ganis. Swipe.
so he is
would-
going to swipe. So this is a board clear play for sure. Because he's going to kill the rest of the board. And then still do 6 damage to Hercules mode's face. So
Yeah,
he's hoping for that second combo.
Yeah, second force.
Hercules mode putting out an SOS to the world.
That's still that was a good play. But the Innervate would have gave him the game because the Keeper would have gone straight into the Mal'Ganis, left it at 1, swiped it, cleared the board, and then game.
All right.
So he's got 10 cards left in his deck at this point?
Hercules mode has 2 explosive sheeps in his hand right now.
9 cards left. So 2 explosive sheeps, and I think he had a PO. No, he used the PO.
Yeah, he used the PO. Hopefully we can restart the client and this doesn't happen
He does
again.
tap, so now he's in combo range no matter if the board clears or not.
Yeah. If new shooter can draw that second force.
Honestly, if he can stick the Cenarius, taunt up, Savage Roar does kill him.
Yeah.
Did you Implosion? Is that
Implosion is going to do 4 damage? No,
Oh, that's
wow.
2.
That
Okay.
is... I don't see very many weak implosions.
And I feel
the
it always
Shredder.
costs you the game when you get a weak Implosion. Okay, let's
All right,
see.
let's see what we get here. We got a Wrath.
He's gonna,
Well, we could still get there.
yeah, he's gonna want a Wrath, and
Oh, he's going to play the Cenarius with Taunt.
that's probably right.
Yeah, because you don't want to risk that Wrath.
Because next turn, like, you make sure you don't die this turn, and then you can still Wrath.
Well, the thing is, he's got the sheep. So if he has a way to proc those sheep, he can wipe the board and then
kill him, yeah.
almost
No,
push in for
it'll be
game.
a
He can
full-
only do 5 damage.
So he's got 2 draws next turn, 7 cards in deck, 7 or 8. I think 8. And he can actually Wrath and still 6. Yeah, he can Wrath and still combo.
This is such a
Back in-
close first game.
There's the
Baron.
Death Rattle. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to
Hellfire.
Hellfire first.
And 5. That's it.
He was hoping for a charge for 3. No,
Savage Roar
there
gets to him, yeah.
aren't any charges for 3. All right, so new shooter wins. That was a really, really close first match. That was good, actually. That was fun to watch.
Explosive Sheep never came into play.
We're gonna
but
quit the client and we're gonna see if we can double spectate, so we don't have to guess whose cards are where. Let's see here. Hey Alex. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Nick. 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 Nick.
Hey, I need a charger for my phone. Can you give me one? Is it in the car? No, just grab me one of the USBs.
Yeah, what's the flag?
All right, cool.
I think if you'd done the Sylvanas way with the PO, I think you probably would have won.
Yeah, maybe. That was the best value play.
The Sylvanas with the PO, yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely better. But what did he end up using the PO on anyway? He ended up
doing it later on
he
an
put
Argus
the
Shadowflame.
Defender of Argus Shadow Flame combo.
But he would have kept his 4-4, which I think might make a difference.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on to the next match here.
Okay.
Maybe one of them doesn't have double spectator mode activated. Do the two of them have to be friends?
They might actually have to be friends.
Well, we'll go ahead and see if we can get those guys to be friends. So we can get that.
So, just on the match, it's going to be Hunter versus the weird, or no, this is Hercules mode's Warlock. He already won with his.
I'm good. Thanks.
Traditionally,
Anyway.
this is a great matchup for Hunter if he's running face. If he's running the hybrid, it's still a good match for Hunter.
Yeah.
But if he's running mid-range and the freezing traps don't have near as much value as, what is it? Near as much value as Explosive does in this matchup. So it can go either way. Oh, that's his list right there. Okay, so it's definitely Face Hunter.
Yeah, it looks like a very standard Face Hunter deck.
Which is heavily in Hunter's favor.
This is an interesting matchup against Face Hunter. I like this.
Has some void clear.
This could really go
Actually, Explosive
either
Sheep
way.
and stuff could be interesting.
There we go. We've got...
It doesn't look like he opened too well, though.
No, definitely not.
I mean, it's definitely got some plays. The 1-7 actually might be super relevant.
So he's got the Baron out, which is actually really good in this matchup because of his high health total.
It clears a lot of stuff. Attacking here is like, do you want to attack in a freezing trap? I'd probably pop it.
I mean, was that freezing or was it explosive?
Honestly, I don't know. It might be explosive. Actually, let me see his list again.
Yeah, I think it's just explosive.
Okay.
I think he goes double explosive. He doesn't play any of that fake
The fake hybrid.
He just no trying to trick anybody.
Maybe just going all in with Face Hunter.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
So Hercules mode's Sheep is going to be good here if he can draw into it. Problem is it explodes twice, and I don't know how much he would want that.
That was a weird trade there. Makes his Hellfire. Demon Wrath.
Demon Wrath is perfect,
Wow.
actually.
Is Homeboy a demon?
No, Homeboy is not a demon.
That's unfortunate.
Should be.
But it doesn't hurt him. His face
Just a
like Hellfire
ghost.
does. So he's gonna have to clear this. Is he debating about Hellfire? Maybe he actually might cycle one from Mortal Coil first. Okay.
There we go. And then we've got
Oh, he's not gonna Demon Wrath.
Hercules mode.
Well, 2 again. He's not being lucky with those implosion rolls. It's actually a pretty good play drawing the implosion there, because then if he does go against Hounds, his Demon Wrath will still clear it. What's that? I still think Demon Wrath is correct there. Like, you got to save the Mortal Call for something later, and then you take 2 damage off the board that you're not going to take from this Worgen. And that's how this game's won, is by just not taking damage.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to out-advantage Face Hunter. Pretty much no matter what, just don't.
Well, he
take all
does have
the
a
damage.
lot of burst here.
Let's see.
I mean, in his deck in general, he has a
Right.
lot of burst, but he also has a lot of board clear.
That's exactly why I would not have played the Mortal Coil there. Like, I would just Demon Wrath, because now you can Mortal Coil the 3-1. Like, you do have the imp, so.
Well, Demon Wrath doesn't kill his imps, so that's always good. And it does kill
does
his
kill the
spider.
egg, huh.
And he gets 2. So the egg Demon Wrath play is definitely going to be the one.
Be the play, yeah.
That's going to be the play for sure. Might as well just go ahead and attack for 3. Get that egg on the field, and then Demon Wrath.
Not bad.
It's going to give you 2 spiders and wipe the board. Really strong play.
That he definitely got rewarded for holding Demon Wrath.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not a Hound. Okay.
So he still has Hellfire and Shadow Flame.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus. That's game.
Yep.
Wow.
GG Hercules mode.
Wow.
Tops deck right into that lethal.
He had it pretty close before. I greet you. He's going to give him a little BM.
11 and 8 is exactly what he needs with that Hellfire play. Boop. Oh, he likes his spiders to be equal.
I just like one big dude.
Yeah.
And then the Hellfire. Wow.
And then whoosh. All right. So, like I said, he had that burst potential.
Right, I didn't see him winning this match. He brought up the burst, and it did definitely show.
Yeah. Such a fun deck. I'm going to have to mess around with that deck.
Was that Death Rattle, Zoo? That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the basic archetype of Zoo. It's just, it's got all those crazy techs in them.
It's got a lot. It seems like, honestly, a really hard deck to play at a high level, though.
Yeah.
Like, you have a lot of plays. Like, it's a lot of like you can use your PO better than pretty much any other version of or Warlock at this point.
So what is he gonna play now that he's got his Warlock deck finished here? He is gonna play either looks like a Control Paladin deck.
Okay.
Or
Mage, you think?
Yeah, both of those are really good against Hunter. Well, so his Paladin deck looks like a Dragon Paladin deck.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't think Dragon Paladin has quite the matchup that normal Control Paladin has, because the standard Control Paladin deck had the 2 heal or the old one. Paladin's really fallen off really, but the old one had the double. Oh, he sent back a mini bot.
He's gonna need some. He's gonna need some pretty outstanding card draw to win this match. He might Hercules mode might end up relying on winning 2 matches with his mage if he does want to win this match. And New Shooter actually has the best shot that he's going to get here meeting his Hunter with Paladin. He definitely didn't want to play his Hunter against the mage in the first.
What kind of mage was that? Was it Mech Mage?
It looks like just a bursty mage. Let's see. I think it's the Flamewaker.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, mirror image and stuff like that can really hurt it. Flamewaker, yeah, it's
Ooh,
Flamewaker.
actually, no, it's got some weird stuff. It does have Flamewaker, but it also has it's crazed alchemist tech. I love this guy's techs, man.
Right?
They're so cool.
Definitely makes the game.
What would you do with the crazed alchemist? Where would you even?
No, you can
put
really
that?
get a net Pago with it.
It's amazing because he's got the portal. You could switch anything.
Don't you feel like that's going to be relevant at some point? Like, he's going to get something out portal and then create an alchemist
he's gonna get like the 2/5 charge for 1 mana, and then he's gonna swap its health and attack.
And that's just going to be
Just do 5 damage. He's like, unstable portal and fireball gives me 11 damage lethal. What's up?
Now this is good. Like, Minibot's the best. I thought I saw him put back a Minibot, and then Druid again. Like, yeah, he put back Minibot, which.
Well, he knows that this matchup is going to be super draw reliant. He's going to need the muster's good, the consecration's really good, and he probably wants to hang on to that peacekeeper.
Right, but the Minibot literally is the best 2-drop in the game, and
it
the
is
best drop
amazing.
2 aggro.
It's pretty unreal, fantastic. Yeah, it kills 2 things.
Yeah, I think that was Blizzard being like, hey, you know what, man, you needed the Minibot. I'm gonna give you another shot.
We're gonna give you some early game because you need it, bro.
And it's gold, so like, gold cards come to you faster.
Always.
Yeah, it's just how it works. Don't roll Hoffer here. Okay.
All right. So New Shooter looks like he's not getting in there as much as he'd want to by the 3rd turn.
Not at all. He's down on cards. He hasn't done a lot of life.
I don't think we even really need to spectate the Hunter. We know.
Yeah, we know what
he's
Hunter
got
can
damage.
do.
That's pretty standard.
So, like,
Hunter.
honestly, we should have read his hand at this point. Like, he doesn't have. Well, no, he was actually gone first turn. Weper, 1, 2, 3. So his hand hasn't been bad.
Yeah. As far as this Paladin deck goes, let's see. How many dragons does he run? Doesn't look like he runs too many. Just Nefarian and consorts. He doesn't even run like Azure Drake. Yeah, that's it.
It's just Nefarian Consort?
It's just so his Nefarian will never cost 9.
Okay.
Actually,
It kind of like the Dragon Warrior deck.
that's kind of interesting. Because if you think about it, the consort will just make the other consort cheaper. So it'll always have the cheaper consort or a cheaper Nefarian.
Right.
So it's like, all right, so Nefarian, he's good, but you know what would make him better? If he only costs 7.
Right. But like you don't run Azure Drake. That's like the best
Look,
best dragon.
So Hercules mode has such good turn 7 potential. He's got his Dr. Boom and a turn 7 Nefarian.
Right. Is he going to live till turn 7 versus deck though? He has got a great clear here though.
Yeah, he's got
Like,
Consecration. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like snap call, right?
Um.
Or do you want to clear with tokens? I mean, you got to do damage.
You are afraid of hounds. But that's 3 damage. If he runs Quartermaster,
I mean, he's got his True Silver Champion. He could have healed up, but then he would have lost his 1/3. That would have been the alternative play. Run the 3 tokens.
right, run the future.
The thing is, New Shooter's deck or his hand is pretty low, so
That's probably better because now he
generally Hounds is a combo play. So if New Shooter has a low hand, then
Might not
he doesn't
see.
have to worry about the damage.
This is really good.
Yeah. Now he's going to start healing up. He's got
Corruptor with the
He's got
shoot,
16
which is
damage worth of True Silvers.
important. That's 8 heal, and he's got Corruptor to shoot for. Was it shoot for 3 with the dragon?
Yep.
Which is really good against this deck.
Because turn 5, you're either going to play the Consort if you just want a body on the field, or you're going to play the Corruptor if you need to do 3 damage. It's never going to be one or the other.
Right. He's gonna Corruptor, kill the Arcane Golem, hit for 6. Oh, heal bot. Oh my God, this is great. Does he want to get the heal bot out as fast as
I
possible?
forgot that he had a heal bot. This deck runs that. Yeah,
So it
one
is-
heal bot.
That's
One
just
heal bot.
The general advantage that Paladin had was holding heal bots and like the True Silvers lay on hands. I might have
Wow.
Corrupted there, killed it, and saved the heal bot.
I mean, 9 damage is pretty hard for New Shooter to achieve
I don't think he can do it.
with 3 cards.
He would have to go
No,
with on 6
I
mana.
don't
He,
even-
he
I
could
don't
do
even-
it. It would take him going Animal Companion, rolling the 4,
Yeah.
and then Kill Command for 3 would be exactly 9. And that's the most damage this deck can do with 6 mana. But that's pretty. Way on hands is perfect there.
Yeah, this is over at this point. Just
Oh, that's a that's not freezing. Never mind.
yeah, it's not freezing.
So
He
we should have
doesn't
slammed
play
his
it.
wand into the spider just because it wasn't gonna do anything else.
Well, and if it was freezing, you wanted.
You wanted, yeah. You should have slammed the 1 first to test for
And if
freezing.
unless he was trying to get his heal bot back
That's true. Yeah, I could have been the play there.
for 2 more mana, I'd play it.
Oh, absolutely.
Why not? You know, this is Hercules mode. Might just be some kind of genius.
Right with his tax, he's really.
You
good
know,
at that.
he's got some.
I'd be pretty frustrated if I was winning against.
I
right now,
mean,
like,
he
man,
he almost beat Control Ramp Druid with like a weird Zoo deck.
yeah.
Like that matchup is pretty terrible for Zoo.
No, I think that matchup's heavily favored in Zoo's part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like ideal Druid is going to go first turn pass, turn 2 Wild Growth, and turn 3 Shredder. And
So
that's
their early game is pretty not that
Yeah.
great.
I hope he doesn't drop Ysera here. That's just not going to be impactful this matchup.
Oh, he does run Ysera.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. The deck list, he's only got it screen capped up till a certain point.
Okay.
But that's still good. I mean, all right, yeah,
3. You know what?
I can get a 7-drop Ysera or a 7-drop Nefarian.
So
whatever.
3 puts him at 8. Yeah, so he's just going to go. He should use True Silver, hit him for 4, hit for 3, and then like he's got pretty much game next turn. He's to play this the best. Like
You could also muster if you wanted to.
I think it's a better Hounds. You want to like I don't think he can do 18, so he just wants to put him in lethal range.
Yeah.
Because 3 and 4, that's 7, and then the 4 is going to kill him. The deck has no heal. Yeah. See, I feel like if you would have hit with the heal bot, because now we can't play Muster because Muster gets rid of his. It's going to get rid of his weapon.
That's just how little he cares. He knows that New Shooter isn't going to be packing heals.
Yeah. I suppose, but honestly, if he does hit with the heal bot and then hits with the heal bot, hits with the gain 2, He puts him at 4, and then that's pretty much game no matter
well,
what.
Well, now it's going to be a little bit harder for him. Maybe he's anticipating a freezing trap being in his deck.
Has he gone through
if
2?
this was freezing right now, then that would have actually been a better play. But we all know that he doesn't run it, and it's just 2 explosives. And he kind of... It's weird that like the play around both of those cards in that situation were kind of completely opposite from each other.
Well, I mean, if he had freezing, because he didn't kill the scientist yet, he would have either, even if it was freezing, he would have hit for 3 or got his heal bot back. Either way, you're not mad. And hit for 4 and healed for 2. So, like, oh, this game's over, though.
Well, yeah, new shooter can't really do anything. A little misplay at this point doesn't matter. He got his healing in when he needed to.
And sometimes the game comes down to that. Like, when the game is already won. I mean, it's a lot of thought in the game.
He got a lay on hands, a heal bot, and 3 charges of True Silver. Yeah. That's just too much healing for him to handle. All right, so we're going to be walking into Hercules mode's Mage.
Okay,
his weird Flame Waker awesome tech of I
really hope Alchemist, is that what it is?
Yeah, Crazed Alchemist.
Yeah, I hope it gets there. I really do.
Me too.
That'd be interesting.
So let's see, what do we have? We have a Crazed Alchemist, pretty standard Flame Waker set, just a little bit less secrets, and instead of running like Entity, or does Flame Waker run Entity?
Yeah, normally. The point of the deck is to like drop a board early on, get some damage in, and then if they try to establish a board, you're just giving them another way to kill you.
Yeah.
That's how they get another aggro monster. So this is a good opening. The 1/2, the mana worm, unstable portal, and you know if you play unstable, you have a 90% chance to win the game right there. So
yeah. So we're back to New Shooter's Warlock. Oh no, this is the first time we've seen New Shooter's Warlock.
Right. We have this list.
I believe it was just a standard Warlock list. But let's just see here. Yeah. It looks like just a standard zoo.
It's a standard Demon Zoo. Like mid-range Demon Zoo with the Dire Wolf that normally the deck drops. Double Bane of Doom.
Yeah, he gave up on the It's weird, like he knew that he was gonna play Mage here. And he gave up on the Hunter. I mean, I would just keep with the Hunter, wouldn't you? You're gonna have to do it.
A lot of times when I play, I really do like, well, I have to get a win with this deck no matter what, so I'll just jam it.
Yeah.
What is Salty Dog?
Salty Dog is just a pirate.
Is it?
I believe he's a 7/4. He's really strong.
7/4, yeah. For 2, that's really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just not what he needs.
It's not going to get there against, this mid-range zoo deck.
But
it's just going to die.
It might be the best drop right here, though.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is it does kill a Doom Guard.
It does, yeah. It does kill a Doom Guard. Or in this case, like, kills a Flame Imp, which isn't very good.
Yeah.
But I don't feel you can just play the Arcane. Yeah, you can't just play
You want to play that pirate for damage to the face or to kill a big thing.
And unfortunately, Flame Imp is the big thing right now.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just standard. Like, this is what Zoo does.
Just really does a good job of clearing.
But again, so like, what is that? 90% twice off unstable portal.
Who's watching our chat? I wonder if some of the players who couldn't be here today are watching our chat, knowing that this is a Fireside Gathering qualifier.
Maybe. I know that Vince actually is out of town for a Yu-Gi-Oh event, so he can't be here.
Unfortunately, this tournament was on the same day as another large tournament, but that's just how it's going to be sometimes.
You got to make a decision. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to be here, and actually, like, he's really good competition.
I think we'll do another one. We will more than likely do another one, and maybe hopefully he and whoever else wasn't able to make it today, will be able to.
Hopefully Flamemaker can kill both guys. That'd just be great.
Yeah, that's what he's definitely looking for here. Ooh, a cheap Twilight Drake, man. Oh man, that Crazed Alchemist could definitely get there.
Oh my gosh, like the Twilight Drake. What he's gonna drop right now is a 2/4, a 4/5 for 1.
Yeah.
Okay. The Double Wolf.
Oh, man. And then the Emperor makes it free.
I don't know if he's got a chance to really do that, because if he plays Emperor here to take 2, 4, 8 damage.
Well, what it does is it gives him a free time rewinder and also a
This is the better
really
play, though.
cheap Arcane Intellect. Yeah, this is a good play, though. I would think that he'd want to do that in reverse order for the 1 more health on the Drake, but
Well, yeah, definitely.
he was probably excited.
It happens. Like I think he did it with the intent to just play Azure Drake after that, and then change his mind, maybe.
He could also potentially be wanting to time rewinder. Doesn't really matter, though. He probably knew he was about to get faced here. Oh, wow. Interesting. So, what would you do here? Would you kill the Imp, or would you kill the Void Caller?
I never kill Void Caller. And you have a way to make Void Caller not come out for a while, so you don't want to do their job for you. I'd probably kill the Imp, drop Emperor, play Mirror Image, pass. Like, that's standard play, but the best play. Because you never want to kill their Void Caller for them.
Yeah.
Kill that, make it less. I really like the Emperor here.
So he gets a free Mirror Image and another
Start stacking the
card
board.
draw.
Not the worst.
Maybe if that that Drake lasts, he'll be able to get a time rewinder on it.
Drop it again, yeah. Not against this deck, though.
Yeah.
Against Control. Oh, that Bane of Doom.
Uh-oh, what are we going to get? Oh, we got an Illidan.
Oh, my God.
That's a pretty good demon. One of the legendary demons.
That might be the second best demon you can get. I think it was Illidan, then Morganis.
Yeah.
So that was a huge change in this game.
Lodraxis isn't so bad against some matchups, but not really this one.
He's really good in some matchups, but right now, like... Well, Lodraxis Argus is good.
Yeah, I mean, new shooter. I mean, man,
Right there.
this might actually be better
What's he doing?
than the Mal'Ganis play. Dude,
Well,
he might
close.
have a Mal'Ganis in his hand, and he's just making demons. Are the Flames of Azeroth demons?
No, they're not, unfortunately. That was an interesting play. Morocco his own guy to get... Yeah, that was a clever play.
Yeah.
So 4-8. I wish he had a way to kill the... We can
Did he
slam
not
towards
attack?
it.
No, he
He
did.
attacked, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get rid of that.
So Illidan goes down. But you know, that's resources you had to use on something.
I still got, what, 2-4 more damage on board.
Yeah, Bane of Doom, it got there.
Is it?
I would say. He still has his remnants. He's got his 2/2/1 still out there. They're going to put in some work.
That's the definition of Bane and Doom getting there, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Killed his guy, killed his Drake, wasted 2 mana, and summoned 2/2/1s. I'd say it was a pretty good 5-drop.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's really scary because if he has Mal'Ganis, that Void Caller is just going to be crazy. There
Ooh,
it is
another
again.
one. Oh no, what are we going to get?
Okay. There's some justice in the world now.
Yeah, you can't get 2 good Bane of Dooms.
So he doesn't
Actually,
have Mal'Ganis.
most of the time, you can't even get 1 good Bane of Doom. But this time,
Okay.
ooh, that's pretty good.
So at this point, we know he doesn't have Mal'Ganis in hand because he tapped instead of slamming the Void Caller, slamming the Imp. You wouldn't want to tap for the draw.
Yeah.
So once he drew it as that card, there's the Crazed Optimist. So this game's pretty much over. 2, 4, 5.
Well, he could ping the Void Caller. That's something he could do. Archmage. He has a free time rewinder, so that's a free fireball.
But he's at what, 11? So he's got 2, 4, 5, 8, 9 damage on board.
Yeah.
How do you play this?
Only, yeah, he's not really.
You're going to need to start stacking fireballs.
He can't make it out of this, I don't think.
I guess Intellect and drop Thanos for the draw. I don't know what you could really draw off it, but that's going to be the only thing you can really do. Well, you can clear 1. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
See, he knows that. Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a safe Antonitis and a fireball.
And just got to pray for no PO. Yeah, PO is exactly lethal, but he's already used 1. PO's lethal and Doomguard's lethal. So Argus is 2 away from lethal. And that's exactly lethal.
All right, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's So New Shooter is going to pick this one up. Wow, this is actually a really interesting first set.
That's a lot of good decks.
Neither one of these guys have been to one of our tournaments. They're
No, not at all.
they're both newcomers, and they're just pulling out all the stops for our first match here. This was an amazing first featured match.
It was definitely a good match to watch. There's a lot of tech, and the tech ended up paying off.
I just wanted to give shout-outs to Blizzard for sending us some really awesome stuff to give out during this this fireside gathering.
That's one of the cool things about the Game Work tournaments is there's always some cool stuff that Blizzard's given. And
Yeah. Well, sometimes GameWorks, if we run out of cool Blizzard swag, which, happens, we'll go out and we'll just hit up the Blizzard online store. And, we'll do, maybe a couple dollars for raffle tickets or whatever. And we'll just use that money to buy more Blizzard stuff.
it keeps the tournaments going.
Yeah, and if any Blizzard stuff that we get from Blizzard, we obviously don't charge anybody for those raffle tickets.
That was a really weird mulligan. He had a great
Yeah.
hand, drop in the boom, and then
That was weird.
yeah. You drop boom there, get a couple good cards, and you have like the start that you pray for with this version of Mage.
So New Shooter has his pretty standard
Face Hunter here.
Face Hunter against Hercules mode.
Coin
He's
King.
got his really interesting Flame Waker with a couple of little weird techs. He plays the Mechanical Yeti. That's just for spare parts for the Antonitis.
Yeah, it's for spare part. It has good stats. I actually would.
Yeah.
If I was just going for spare parts, I think the Clockwork Gnome would just be better. But maybe he likes the stats as a 4 or 5. It's a good
He likes the
4 or 5.
mid-range maybe more for his matchups.
Yeah, counterspell is actually huge in this matchup.
Yeah.
Like every time you're praying them not to draw kill command, well, if you have counterspell, you don't care if they draw kill command.
Yep.
So that was good. It took a durability off his weapon and healed for 3. It's kind of how you have to look at that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I drop that, drop the worm.
That's definitely one of the interesting parts of the matchup against. It's so simple and one-dimensional. What the hunter, the face hunter, does in this matchup, or any matchup really, that you can actually just start feeling, okay, cool, this is gonna save me life.
Yeah, like this is great. Like that was the
that is a great card to play. That and Loot Hoarder, great cards against Face Hunter.
I mean, most Face Hunter players probably wouldn't have done that to either
Now this
one.
Yeti gets there.
Yeah, Yeti's going to be a good drop right now. He's got 2 of them.
Yeti really gets there right now. And then he can even play Yeti and a Worm next turn.
Yeah. He has no spells to play these worms at the moment. Well, I guess you could Worm and counterspell. But I like the Yeti because it just clears the...
It just kills Leok.
starts getting some damage on board.
Yeah, he couldn't play the counterspell and the Yeti, though, so the kill command would have been very powerful.
But again, that's going to heal your face for 5.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you just drop another Yeti next turn because that's all he can do on his turn.
What is a hunter going to do with a spare part? The reversing one's probably good.
The freezing one's good because they can stop from trading.
Spare parts are actually pretty good.
Actually,
for
the
Hunter.
stealth one's amazing because he can stealth one of his Arcane Golems, and that's probably going to win him the game.
He can also pick up any of his charge guys, play them again. They're
yeah, it's only one bad one is the health one, and that's not even the worst. What do you try? Quick shot.
Okay, so he lost a quick shot. That's not too bad, but his hand is running low.
See here, I think if he would have dropped the well, this Face Hunter's doing a lot of trades.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, but especially since that against this matchup, and Druid,
Mana
the
Worm,
abusive
Frost Bolts,
sergeant,
and ping the abusive sergeant. That's great.
Wow. Hercules mode definitely playing the matchup properly.
Don't know if New Shooter is, but
Yeah, well. Let's see.
I don't really play Face Hunter, so maybe they know a lot more than I do. You know?
At this point, the Hercules mode probably wouldn't have done that much damage, though, if you look at it from the beginning.
He would have
to
done another
now.
6 and another 4.
I think he would have just
Another
been
10
clearing.
damage left him at 9. That's pretty much the ball game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because he swung twice on his guy to his weapon. That's 6
Yep.
damage. And then swung with a 4 Lowick into the Mana Worms. That's 10. Leave him at 9. Shoot him for 2. That's 7. And then, like, anything kills past that.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah, if he would have just traded, or not traded, just one
He's still
face.
not doing a bad job. Wow,
No.
that was a damage play. Maybe he knew what he had in his hand, you know?
Yeah, but think about it. If he'd put him at 9,
He'd be dead right now.
he'd be dead. Well, I mean, I guess he'd have 1.
Hercules
Alright.
mode, I don't believe runs any healing in this deck.
You're going to drop.
No, he doesn't. There's no
You do
healing
too.
in
You,
this
can drop,
deck.
you need to kill him. So Drake into Flame Cannon. I think Collect's not bad. But, like, I like establishing the.
Yeah. Crazed Alchemist is interesting here with the worm.
Yeah, I can make the worm bigger. Like,
It would make it a 5/3, right?
What's up?
If you use Crazed Alchemist on the worm right here, wouldn't it?
It would just switch into a 3/4. You actually do less damage. So
No, wouldn't it? Because right now it's got 1 attack plus 3. So if you switch that 1 attack with, or that 4 attack with the 3, then he'd have 4 health, and then he'd have 3 attack plus 3.
No, it switches it to 4.
It just switches it?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
he still has the buff though.
It switches what it currently is.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I guess
that's
it would just.
that-
It depends on the buff. There's some buffs that just say like, yeah, it says increased attack. So he would have.
Well, actually, I don't know how that would
No,
work.
it switches what it currently is.
Okay.
I've messed with that with the Ven.
I would think that he would have 7, but I don't know.
Okay. That'd be interesting, but I don't think that's how it works.
I know that's how it works. Oh, okay. No, it's just active
Yeah,
attack
it's what it
buffs.
is right now.
So like with Flame Tongue Totem, you could switch the attack total with the health total, and then it would gain the attack
Okay.
again because it's an active attack buff.
That's one thing. Like, it's a weakness in my game here. Is I don't know a lot of the like.
There's also
little
the
things like
active
that.
health buffs that would switch things and just give you permanently more attack, but then you'd still have the same amount of health or more if you have higher attack than health.
So he's got 11 damage right here. He's got 13 damage. 13 damage. He needs 2 more. Just doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. That's heals for 5 again.
This is a lot of trading, man. I'm surprised. That kill command would
Would
have.
have killed him. He would have forced him to have 2 more damage in his hand. Well, I guess.
I mean, this is kind of a playing to survive play, I think, rather than a playing to win play.
Let's see. S6. What do you do here? You're gonna.
Because did he even have the damage? He didn't.
He did not know.
But
he had 2 fireballs left that would have given the damage.
if
and
he
a
had the
frostball.
fireballs, definitely would have been good. But I mean, you always have to assume that your mage matchup has a fireball,
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much. They're always gonna have fireball. So if he needs to kill him in the next 2 turns.
I mean, honestly,
I don't think he can do the
just flame strike.
I don't think he can do it. I think he has to drop because if he drops flame strike, he can't kill him next turn, and I'll give him another turn with shoot. 2 more draws.
Yeah,
He needs to get the beast off board, of course. No, he
yeah,
doesn't.
because
Yeah.
a new shooter could draw into a
Kill
huffer
command.
or
Kill
another
command
kill
with the beast. Because
command.
even if he closes the whole board of the beast,
Mhm.
then kill command does 3, shoot does 2. That's only 5. But I
Yeah.
don't see him killing him next turn without like. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. I think he has to drop the Drake, drop the Yeti, tack, and hope for game. Because if he clears board right here, he's gonna have to give him another turn. And then like you're relying on him not drawing anything. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Oh, that will do it. 4,
Oh, he's
5,
gonna
6, 7, 8.
put a little bit more of a board out there.
Yeah, but it's still not gonna be quite enough. And that's gonna. He has to swap, huh? Does he have to swap?
He does.
Yeah.
Any targetable
5, 6,
battle
7, 8.
cries are not optional.
He has 9 damage on board. If he draws a spell, he can hit him with everything, drop Flame Waker, play the spell, and that might game.
So new shooter is trying to figure out if there's any way for him to not lose this next turn. See, and right now he's hoping that he doesn't have a fireball anyway. So if
Yeah.
he just would have went for the damage last turn,
Oh, he can drop the Flame Waker. Flame Strike. Can you empty Flame Strike in this game?
yeah,
Yeah. Flame Waker, Flame Strike's game. Tack, 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 tack. Flame Waker, Flame Strike deals the ping deals the last damage for game. Whereas now he's gonna miss it and probably
yeah, because
lose the
it's
set.
deal 5 damage to their board.
Yeah. So the Flame Strike would have won in the
Yeah,
game.
that would have been it.
Maybe that's a little. I don't know.
Ooh, that is rough, man.
That'd have been a good ass play. The Flame Strike or Flame Strike to shoot for exact 2 for lethal would have been really cool to see. I wonder
Yeah.
if he sees it now.
Whoops. Yeah, he sees it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he sees it.
He definitely made the misplay. It's gonna be on him until he. Well, I mean, so that gives New Shooter the win, and that
Well,
is the end of the set.
Maybe he doesn't have anything. He could have a spider and a scientist in hand, then he loses.
Quick shot. Nah, he's got a
Hounds will do it.
Yeah, that'll do the trick for sure. And he had the
I don't
bow.
understand. Like, he had game last turn.
No, he had Hounds last turn
Hounds was still game though.
Okay.
with 2 minions.
Yeah.
So 2 and 2.
4, yeah. I think
Was,
4 was
oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.